What is going on, fellow Pokemon trainers? DX1 here, back again with another Pokemon Go presentation because Pokemon Go Fest 2020 is this weekend. Can you believe it? It took a little while to get here. Some people, it felt like it just came right around the corner and didn't see it coming. I was waiting for this since they announced it. They announced it quite a while ago, so I mean, it's been a minute, but it's finally here. Go Fest 2020 is going to be happening this weekend, and it's going to be pretty long. I've never actually had an in-person Pokemon Go event that lasted 10 hours. So Go Fest Day 1 is going to be July 25th, Saturday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. That is a 10-hour grind fest of Pokemon Go. Day 2 is, of course, going to be Sunday, July 26th, from 10 a.m. local time to 8 p.m. your local time. Now, I've noticed over the past couple of days that many Pokemon trainers have had a lot of different types of ideas about what they would see during the Pokemon Go Fest 2020. Given the fact that I have personal experience having gone to multiple different types of Pokemon Go Niantic run events, I've been to all of the Go Fests, I've been to multiple Safari Zones, so given my experience, I thought I would make a video just to kind of squash some of the misconceptions about Pokemon Go events in general, and what you can expect to see in Pokemon Go Fest 2020 and what you cannot expect to see, plus some bits and pieces of information about how to prepare for these events, because you have to set up your Pokemon storage and your bag space in a certain way than you would do differently rather than a community day or just a regular event day, because these types of events are completely different, and you really need to be on your toes, and you got to be able to think on your feet, and you have to have the right amount of item storage and Pokemon storage to maximize on your opportunities in Pokemon Go Fest 2020. So we're gonna have a research quest line featuring all of the Pokemon that were on the Pokemon Go Fest poster, such as Charizard, Snorlax. I believe Snorlax is going to be one of these Shinies featured during the event. However, I could be wrong, but I really think it's going to be Snorlax. Charizard, Alolan Exeggutor, Seviper, and Zangoose. Most likely, we will either see them swapping regions or just completely spawning worldwide with both of their Shiny variants available. I do have Shiny Zangoose. I do not have Shiny Seviper. That would be a big Shiny for me if I can get it during Go Fest this weekend. Also, you see Unknown in the background, hiding near some trees. Also, you see Chinchou, and you see Gible, which has caused a lot of speculation that we will see not only Gible spawning in mass numbers, but the shiny form of Gible to be released during Pokemon Go Fest 2020. So really, the only way you could get a shiny Gible is if you hatched it during that egg event, which was a pretty difficult task, I reckon. I wasn't able to get that shiny Gible. I know a lot of other trainers have not been successful in getting the shiny Gible. So I feel like Niantic knows this. I can almost assure you there's going to be a shiny available during Go Fest, but again, most of it is speculation at this point. But there's a lot of things that we definitely can confirm, and a couple of things that we can confirm is that spawns will be appearing during Pokemon Go Fest based on the timed research tasks that we have completed over the course of the month. So Chimecho, Alamora, and Chansey, Ferroseed, Alolan Marowak, and Alolan Grimer, also Togetic, Dratini, and Litwick will all be spawning during Go Fest 2020. Now, on the speculation side of things, we could predict that all of these Pokemon will have their shiny forms released during Go Fest 2020. So you can be able to get Shiny Chimecho, Shiny Chansey. Shiny Chansey is already available in the game, but you can be able to get Shiny Ferroseed. You might be able to get Shiny Alolan Marowak in the wild as well. They had Shiny Absol spawning in the wild at last year's Go Fest in Chicago, so you could get a wild Shiny Absol. You didn't have to do a raid for it, you could just get the wild Shiny spawn, which I currently still do have in my Pokemon Go library. So what can we expect from this very first ever at-home, stay-at-home Pokemon Go Fest in 2020? Frequent, valuable spawns, guys. You're gonna see a lot of really good Pokemon spawns. You're not gonna see a lot of basic spawns like the Sentrets, the Rattatas. Those are all gone, right? You're gonna see awesome spawns that you barely ever see, like ultra rare spawns. You're gonna see spawns that are very useful for PvP or for PvE, taking down raid bosses and things of that nature. So you're definitely gonna see that for sure. high quality and rewarding special research featuring the mythical Pokemon Victini. We can basically confirm that we will be getting Victini through the special research in Pokemon Go for GoFest. And guys, I cannot stress this enough, do these special research tasks throughout the course of the event because they give you fantastic rewards. You can get 100 Pokeballs, 100 Great Balls, 100 Ultra Balls, and those come in extreme handy and assisting you in catching all of the Pokemon during the course of the event. I cannot stress this enough, ladies and gentlemen. Do these special research tasks because they provide the best rewards, and for the GoFest events in particular, those really good rewards are boosted up tenfold. You're gonna get probably a lot of items that you even never had before. So definitely do these special research. Shinies, lots of shinies, especially if you live in an area where there's a lot of Pokestops, there's a lot of spawn points, you're getting spawns all over the place, you're going to be getting a lot of shiny Pokemon. I don't even care how good or bad your shiny luck is. It might differ depending on where you play, but during this event, you are going to be getting a lot of shinies. I would say at least 3 shinies an hour. So 3 shinies an hour, 10 hours, that's 30 shinies. Most likely even more than 30 shinies a day. Definitely expect to get some shinies. So if your shiny luck has been bad, this is your event. This is what you want to happen. Special Team Rocket research and shiny shadow Pokemon. I really think that Team Go Rocket is gonna up the shiny ante. I know a lot of people haven't had great luck when it comes to getting shiny shadow Pokemon. I really think that's going to change with this upcoming GoFest. I really think that the shiny shadow rates are going to be increased, and you'll be getting a lot of really good shiny shadow Pokemon. So definitely expect great things from the Go Rocket events, the Go Rocket tasks as well. Defeat as many grunts as you possibly can. Try not to take too much time just battling grunts to make sure you're catching wild spawns as well, but definitely keep a focused eye on the Team Rocket grunts because I really think the Team Rocket grunts are going to be a big part of GoFest, especially since they now travel in these balloons where they travel over top of your head. I feel like you're going to be seeing a lot of Team Rocket action during this year's GoFest. Now, we're going to be getting 75 different variants of Pokemon, which is critical because we're going to be seeing a bunch of different habitats. We're going to be having 5 rotating habitats themed around fire, water, grass, battle, and friendship. And they will feature special Pokemon that go along with the habitat's theme. The habitats will rotate every hour, and each habitat will be featured twice during the first day. When it comes to the Gibble spawns, I hope a lot of people are aware that the Gibble might only spawn during an hour, and then it will rotate in the next hour, or maybe it'll rotate 5 hours from then. So you'll get 2 different hours of intense Gibble spawns. That's how it looks like they're going to process these special hours of spawns. But 75 different spawns of Pokemon in the wild by either doing raids or completing research tasks. Event-themed field research and 2-kilometer eggs as well. So it's going to be important for you guys to have a clear egg space. So if you're hatching any eggs right now, get those eggs hatched. Make sure you have no eggs that are in your Pokemon storage. So when Pokemon Go Fest starts, you can get those special 2-kilometer eggs, because those 2-kilometer eggs, I can tell you from prior experience by going to these Pokemon Go events, they hatch rare spawns and potential shinies as well. And of course, always expect the unexpected, ladies and gentlemen. Niantic loves to throw surprises at us. We could get Mega Evolutions during Go Fest. That's very possible. We could be getting Shiny Unknown during Pokemon Go Fest. That's definitely possible. So definitely expect anything. If there's something that I didn't mention, you know, it'll probably happen. It's Go Fest. Anything can happen. Niantic can throw anything at us. I remember in last year's Go Fest, I stayed till the very end of the event, and John Hankey had an announcement, and I was like, what's going on? And they're like, the Niantic representatives told us that the remaining people that stayed during the very end of Go Fest, they want us to test the very first 100-man Pokemon raid. It was just a Meowth raid, but it was so cool just to be a part of that moment. It's totally unexpected. We don't know what's going on, but we're just waiting for a very fun and exciting announcement, and that's what it wasn't it wasn't like the coolest raid boss, it was a Meowth, but it was cool to be a part of something that's super rare. And that's, you know, those are the things that make me miss these in-person events. I really wish GoFest could be in Chicago again, where I could say hi to everybody, where I could meet all of you guys, but this is what it is right now, and we will be back to in-person GoFest events, in-person Safari Zone events, where we can all gather around and catch Pokemon someday, and I really hope that someday comes very soon. But this is where we're at right now, so what not to expect from this year's 2020 Stay-at-Home Pokemon Go Fest. Do not expect regional spawns, especially Generation 5, the brand new regional spawns like Zigalith. Definitely do not expect those. I highly suggest you do not come in to GoFest with the expectation that you're going to get a bunch of super rare regional Pokemon. The only regionals I think we're going to be getting is Zangoose and Seviper, and everybody has those anyway, so I really don't expect any regionals. Definitely, like, don't expect any fully evolved super rare spawns in the wild other than Charizard. I don't think you can really expect any super ultra rare wild spawns like Typhlosion, Metagross, Flagon, Salamence. Maybe you might get them in the special research, but definitely don't expect them to be spawning in the wild because that just doesn't happen. Previous legendary Pokemon returning to raids, I wouldn't expect that either. I know a lot of people want Palkia and Dialga to come back, as they should. You know, they've only been in the game once. But I don't expect any previous legendaries to return to the game. Also, ultra rare dragon type Pokemon from Generation 5 such as Axew and Dino, I wouldn't expect those as well. I know Dino is in the Go Battle League reward system, and Axew is just good freaking luck finding that thing. But yeah, definitely don't expect those spawns in particular. Don't expect remote trading either, because I don't think remote trading is going to go with the mission statement of Niantic. I really don't think Niantic is going to allow us to just trade with anybody around the world, because I know during GoFest you get a set of, I believe, 4 or 5 special trades during that day instead of the 1 special trade per day. I don't think trading is going to be a part of this year's GoFest at any point at all. So I think trading is going to be left out until we can, you know, get in-person GoFest, until we can get real events going on, and then we can actually meet and trade one-on-one with people in person. So this is the segment of the video that has to deal with everything preparing for Pokemon Go Fest, starting off with your Pokemon storage. Now, I highly suggest that you get the recommended 3,000 Pokemon storage from the Pokemon Go shop, but if you don't have that much storage, make sure that you transfer as many Pokemon as you possibly can before this event. When looking through your Pokemon and deciding what to transfer and what to keep these 3 things in mind. Number 1, does it have good PvP IVs? Number 2, is it a 96 to 100% IVs? So is it good for PvP or PvE? So those are the 2 biggest determining factors. Or number 3, are you saving it for a lucky trade? Or number 4, is it a rare Pokemon such as like a regional or a Pokemon that never ever spawns in your area, so maybe like an Axew or something super rare like that. So is it a Pokemon that is worth keeping? IVs are the 2 biggest factors that determine that, but also there are other things that could determine whether or not you should keep that Pokemon. Make sure that you have as much room in your Pokemon storage as possible, because you don't want to have to stop to transfer 30, 40, 50, 60 to 100 Pokemon. You need to utilize that time that you're using to transfer those bonds to actually catch and get more Shinies and get more Pokemon. The next thing is the items. Now, the number 1 most important item when it comes to these in-game Pokemon Go events, the Ultra Ball. You're gonna need at the very least 400 Ultra Balls. I like to have 400 to 700 Ultra Balls. At the very least, like 450 Ultra Balls. Ultra Balls catch Pokemon the fastest, and if you're using the quick catch method, that is definitely the way to go. Make sure you have your Ultra Balls ready to go. Make sure you have at least 450 to 700 Ultra Balls, or potentially even more. Maybe 1,000 Ultra Balls. If you have 1,000 Ultra Balls, you're pretty much set, but have at least 450 Ultra Balls, plus you're going to be getting a lot of Ultra Balls during the event anyway, but at least start off with a pretty good amount of Ultra Balls. Now, auto catching. I definitely suggest using either a Go Plus or a Pokeball plus a Gotcha, or my device is the Dual Catchmon. I use this every single day I go out and catch Pokemon and play Pokemon Go. I'm actually going to be using the Dual Catchmon to prepare for GoFest because I don't have the recommended amount of items that I would like to have, so I'm going to go to the city, and I think it's zooming in. Okay, now you guys can see it. So I'm going to be going to the city. I'm going to have auto spinning on, and I'm just going to be driving around downtown Philadelphia, getting as many items as I possibly can in my car, staying away from other people, you know, try to keep it COVID friendly. So that's going to be my strategy for making sure I have enough items for Pokemon Go Fest. And remember guys, it's going to be a 10-hour event. It is a long day of awesome Pokemon Go gameplay, and you want to make sure that you have the right amount of items to take advantage and enough Pokemon storage to take advantage as well. Also, star pieces are very important, especially if you're going to be mass catching. Make sure you have your star piece on. I believe there are going to be certain times where the Stardust is boosted, so definitely make sure you get enough star pieces. You're going to want at least 10 to 20 star pieces. Also, Incense. It is also imperative that you stack your Incense as soon as the event begins to make sure that you don't have to take any time away from catching to activate the Incense throughout the day. So make sure you have your Incense stacked and make sure you have your star pieces stacked and ready to go. Some of the items that may be taking up your swag space and you should be getting rid of are potions, revives, berries, and evolution items. So starting off with the potions, super potions, and hyper potions. Now, I like hyper potions, don't get me wrong. I really do like hyper potions because to me they function just as well as max potions. Plus, you can get a whole lot more hyper potions than max potions, but in this case, in this particular case, get rid of your potions, super potions, and hyper potions. Only leave max potions and max revives. Leave the best items for recovering your Pokemon, because you're going to be doing Team Rocket stops and Team Rocket grunts, so you're definitely going to be battling Team Rocket. So definitely keep your max revives and keep your max potions, but please dispose of your hyper potion, especially your super and regular potions. Those things are useless. All they are doing is just taking up backspace. Please get rid of them. As far as berries are concerned, it's really important to keep most of the berries that you have because they do assist you in catching Pokemon. For example, the Pineapple berry is one of the most critical berries to have during the GoFest event because they can double your candies, so you're going to be catching a lot of rare Pokemon such as Gibble, such as Snorlax. So definitely keep your Pineapple berries ready to go. I have about 145 Pineapple berries right now. I want to increase that to 300, and I want to have more golden raspberries and definitely more silver Pineapple berries. Take a look at your evolution items because a lot of times they're taking up way more bag storage than necessary. I would say keep 1 or 2 of each, but you're going to be getting plenty of them in the future as you continue to play. So you don't need 14 Sunstones, you don't need 13 King's Rock, you don't need 20 Metal Coats, you don't need 15 Dragon Scales, you don't need like 10 upgrades. Just have maybe 1 or 2 of each, or just dispose of all of them. Definitely get rid of some of your Sinnoh Stones if you haven't done all of your Sinnoh region evolutions. I think this is the best time. Just go ahead and use them now. Use your Sinnoh Stones, get those Sinnoh region evolutions in the Pokedex, and just get rid of the rest of the Sinnoh Stones. Keep around 6 or 7 Sinnoh Stones. And Unova Stones, I would suggest getting rid of those because those are pretty rare. Again, I don't really have a lot of Unova Stones. I only have 3 at the moment. But if you have a surplus of Unova Stones and you would like to get rid of some of those, by all means, just get rid of them. Just get rid of them. You don't need them, and especially for this case, you don't want to have any extra bag storage being occupied. You're going to need all of the bag storage you can possibly get because you're going to want plenty of Pokeballs as well, 150 to 200 Pokeballs to make sure that your auto catcher, whether it be your Go Plus, your Dual Catchmon, your Gotcha, and your Pokeball Plus, you're going to want to have plenty of Pokeballs for those devices to utilize while you're either taking a break or battling a Team Rocket grunt, wherever the case may be that doesn't involve you catching a Pokemon. And last but not least, I think it's really important after GoFest has ended, especially on day 1, because you want to make sure that you're ready for day 2, but especially on day 1, take an hour to just make sure you transfer all the Pokemon that you do not need. Just check your Pokemon, do as many transfers as possible. I know there's going to be a lot of Pokemon that you want to keep, especially for me. I know that usually when there's like a multiple day event, I know that there's a lot of Pokemon that I want to keep. Basically, I just want to keep everything that I catch. because I'm like kind of emotionally tied a little bit to the Pokemon that I catch on the first day of an event, but I have to make sure that I make a logical decision when it comes to transferring all the Pokemon that I don't need, because I have to have maximize bag storage for the second day, or the third day, or the fourth day. So check all of your Pokemon's IVs. If it's not PvP, if it's not 96 to Hundo, transfer it. If it's not like an unknown or a regional that you don't have, well, I don't think there's going to be any regionals for this year's Go Fest, at least any critical regionals that are only available in certain nations. I don't think that's going to be a thing for this Go Fest. However, if there is, don't transfer those, of course, but make sure that you have plenty of bag space for the next day. Make sure you have plenty of Pokemon storage for the next day. And I think that just about wraps it up. If there's anything that I missed that you would like me to cover in another video or in another presentation, I will definitely do it. If you drop a comment down below and let me know. Don't forget to drop a like on the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join the Discord server. We're building that into a remote raid hub, because I know that remote raids have recently been released, and now you can invite friends to your remote raids. Let me know how you guys are doing on that, and I will see you guys in the next video. Happy Go Fest, and I will see you guys in the next one.